I must not fall all the way to the end game. It will be a hard journey. From a day 1 raft to a 100 day on nightmare difficulty. So I witnessed some of the deadliest moments in my life. Near deaths. Warhogs in Nightmare are one of the deadliest enemies because they can hurt you in 2 hits and fast enough without armor. All enemies deals almost 90% damage without armor. So one more hit after that and it's all over. So come with me if you will on a journey through 100 days on Nightmare mode without ever dying once. From day 1, as usual, I started collecting as much debris as possible to protect against Bruce's attacks. Triangle foundations will do because it's the cheapest layer of protection at the beginning until I get metal ore later. Watch Bruce eat the productive layer of my raft, but the problem goes away as soon as I reach the nearby small island. I quickly craft the purifying grill and a cup before getting and searching around for some supplies and sustenance so I do not get into trouble later on. I looked around to find something, and when I'm done, I rushed back to my raft so I do not lose it, but I had to dodge Bruce for trying to get us down. When I had enough materials, I started to improve the look of the inner foundations before making more space. A few moments later, I crafted the research table so I can research the materials that I have found so far and get the rest of them as I kept going. Although this was necessary at the beginning and will be eventually required later, we do suppose to continue researching. By the next day, suddenly I found an abandoned raft and decided to get to the spies, although I have risked it. I've been adding more protection to my raft lately because I've expanded a bit, and I'll be cutting out the attacked foundation and replacing it when needed. Really, Bruce? Really? You attacked without warning. Never mind though. Nothing happened that much in the 3rd day. I found the first big island and we stopped by so we can search some more food and more supplies. And eventually we have to fight the warhog with spears eventually because we didn't have any option at this time. So I had to find a pond and then attack the warhog precisely, and one of the safest way of killing the warhog. I went back to the raft. Not only to free up some space to my inventory, but also research for more recipes. And Bruce started to strike again. The fact that my nourishment was so low, I came up with a plan to continue fishing, but also to get Bruce something to eat, lure him away if going underwater later on. Salmon was fished out, but I could not put it on a simple grill, so I had to eat it raw. After for some time, I went back to start cutting down trees for more planks and fruits. Screecher was also not happy of my presence, so I had to down her at all cost. After doing a tour around the island, I searched out some more sand, clay, and many other materials while Screecher trying to attack. Bruce, don't even come closer to me. I'm afraid of you. She's coming. Go. Stay away from me. I was climbing around the island to see what kind of animal was here. Wait a minute, what? Is this really my first one? Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's my first rare on my nightmare world. No way. And on my first island. This is pure luck. Well, leave me alone before I even decide to attack you back. You're annoying me now, Screecher. I crafted some dry bricks, just enough to make a smelter. The wet brick was left so it can be dropped. From time to time, I went back to cut out more trees until the dawn sets back. On day 6 was the time to kill the Screecher afterwards, naughty me for just enough time. It began to glitch out while trying to pick the rock from the start every time my land hits before going to lift off. And that is how the first creature has been slain. Oh, Screecher. Don't put the plant in the water. Why you do that to me? You look cursed. I picked the arrows that used in combat and decided to take a screenshot because it made me laugh. You made me laugh that I really want to take a screenshot. It's like you are having a good time. After celebrating the victory, I decided to hunt the pufferfish so I get prepared if I find a rare livestock. But this time in this island, I found a rare one-type goat that looked like a cow. You aren't supposed to stay on the surface like that, Puffer. I backtrack so I can continue fishing to get pomfret and herring, so I can do shark bait for Bruce if needed. Ooh, my inventory is a mess. Knock it off, Bruce. You ain't going to have this time. Alright, where was I? Oh, yeah, fishing. Why not? After the break, I decided to go into the water to find one more pufferfish so I can get enough explosive glue to research it for nut canister ASAP whilst collecting some metal and other materials. Look at that, oh, some metal ores around. There you are. I'm gonna fight for you. I spotted a big chest as I was diving and found some more interesting stuff inside. I returned to the raft to craft the needed explosive powder. Don't interrupt me yet, Bruce. I'm doing a research. Ah, you fool. You'll never stop attacking the raft, would you? At last, getting an upgrade on the chest and no longer have to worry on inventory space for a while, but still have to craft more. I arrange the items. Usually I put planks, plastics, scrap and palm leaves into the chest, while the rest will be on the other storage. Okay, I need that launcher to do that. Okay. I went back to search for the rare goat and with patience, I was able to capture it on my first attempt. Here, goaty, don't be afraid of me. I'm here so you can have a better home rather than on this island. Come here. There you go. I realized I haven't done chopping around the island, so I continued on while leaving it captured the goat a little longer before picking it up. I went back to the shore so I can collect some stone for later use. I do enjoy a little bit of drowning, so if I stick to the surface just for a little bit, I'll be fine. even though the character would begin to drown. This cat's laugh. I took my go back to the raft. The only thing that can be annoying is that any livestock can fall into the water and it can be easily lost. This is why I built some fences for my livestock. However, what is missing is the animal crop. I don't really want you to fall in the water, so I made something for you, so you can stay better. I named my livestock first as Faith. Decided to melt a metal ore so I could craft the shovels to search around for some dirt inside the caves and give the animals something to eat. I know you don't have a crop for yourself, but I'm going to make one. Don't worry, I won't let you starve. Pretty, ain't you? You make me happy. Actually, let me name you again Fatey this time, because it's a lot better. I conquered the first big island. I have learned to eliminate the deadliest animal first before attacking the other, such as warhawks. Alright, there goes the shovel. So it's my time to move on to the caves. Nope, nothing down there. Do I have anything left to eat? Oh, okay. I listened a little bit of Tala's thirsting out because I like a little bit to listen while she's thirsty. I know she's kind of breathing hard, heavy and hard. Just trying to breathe, whatever. So I'm done with the island. I set sail back into the ocean for more islands. And again, I started to focus more of grinding planks and plastics as I was continuing until I found another island.
Oh, okay. Should I get on your back or maybe...
Later, I stopped by to a small island to collect more metal and scrap. I looked inside the cave for some supplies. Not bad at all. And then watch my breath meter from not going too low. I was cautious about Bruce because he could have swarmed nearby and gotten me in danger. I also wanted to get more seaweed for a reason, to craft 2 pairs of flippers so I can swim faster, but 1 pair to keep the distance away from the shark if he follows me, plus it makes dodging a little bit easier, and the 2nd pair along with the oxygen bottle to have a diving gear if I have to go deeper, especially in reefs around big islands. It was bonkers. That's my raft, how it looked like. A moment later, Bruce destroyed the foundation that was my chest full of primary materials, and I was so annoyed that I decided to teach him a lesson. Although it's a nightmare, but with hard settings, if I kill one Bruce, the other friend, he can come back as a chance. You owe me a chest, Bruce. You won't get away with this.
He's going down. Go to sleep. Boom. Avenged.
That's what you get for destroying my chest with my main supplies. If you bring your friend, I'm not gonna be happy at all. You won't stand a chance, Warhog. I am like a mini. That was easy. By day 10, I revisited the same big island and I was more prepared than before. With better tools that I have access to it, I can clear the island a lot faster. This creature was so close to aiming at me with the stone while I was looking around for some debris. Don't do that. I'm not gonna be happy about it. Don't. That scream only. It was also the time to put end to the second creature. While I was on my way to the raft, I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings and let Bruce bite me so hard. I freaked out. Jesus. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to perish. He then started to stroke my raft again, but I took revenge. Oh, you wanna fight now? You wanna fight? Oh, you asked for it. After 6 minutes of resting, I went around the reef to get more underwater stuff so I can afford what I want when something breaks and have to replace it. Like seaweed, scrap, metal, you know, all those materials that are so common. I kinda say it's bad because it's just planks and not all the material. But recipes, I couldn't get them by now because I have nothing to place. When I was kind of in danger of starting to drown, I pick up my flippers so I can get back quicker. The reason why I also use third person is that if you alter by zooming out, I can get to the surface a lot quicker. Don't even think about it, Bruce. You already hit me last time. I don't want another bite from you. After fighting for a while, I made another bricks for another smelter so I can get a little bit quicker materials that I smelt. From day 12 to day 13, again to say that I was farming planks and plastic so I can extend my raft over time until I find another small or big island in either an abandoned raft. I spotted one while I was sailing and surprisingly Bruce missed the attack and then safely landed back. few days later, I paused my journey to a small island, but the fact that I had two sharks, I must eliminate them first before doing so. Whenever they strike on one of the triangle foundations, I will replace them after. I didn't kick you down. Definitely missed it. Oh, it's not worth it. I also tried to land a hit while attacking by jumping into the water while Bruce was near the surface of the water. Get over here. You come next. There you go, all of you being slaughtered. What to do? Oh, yeah, hiding is through my chest. I need to press on. Soon after, I went into the water to collect the materials I was in need, while in a hurry. Please watching for drones for not hurt. Forgot the drone. No, get up. This is why you have to watch your breath meter. I'm scared. I'm scared. Get up. Need a ceiling. Okay, we're getting to the raft right now. Oh, they're still here. PT Sancho. Oh, what did I do? My teeth are making food. Okay. 2 days of continuous sailing, I was continuing to grab my hook and collect what I needed, and exclude the ponies that I don't need because I had in abundance and couldn't carry them anymore.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
A new big island I have visited, and I was again going to chop down trees. Haven't found an animal yet, which was looking for a rare one, but I was hoping for a llama so I can start making a backpack and the leather armor because I was struggling with inventory space while I was farming and quickly ran out of space, forcing me to backtrack to the raft. Right now I decided not to take the cooking recipe because I didn't have yet a cooking pot, and it also occupies space. Another screecher fight. Yes, once again. While I was on my way to the top of the island, the part where Warhawk was, it was scary because I had a little bit of cover so I can avoid getting charged. I succeeded and managed to clear all the enemies. But before deciding to go underwater, I had to fight again two sharks. I was patient, waiting for them to strike the raft. I used two spears because it does more damage, a metal spear and the wooden one. If you select the other one as soon as you hit, it counts as the second one as well, but it has to be a different one, otherwise it won't work. More like a dual attack. It is very useful even on high difficulty, so you can deal high damage. The fact that I was fairly deep with the reef, I had to dive carefully by monitoring my breath. First was the diving time, the second how long I can stay at that depth, and the last one was the ascending. By doing this trick, you can minimize the damage from drowning. The buffer was nearby, so I decided to just collect the items while I was swimming in circles while watching the distance from the buffer, because if you get too close in Nightmare, that acid around it can actually kill you. After a long underwater work, I went back to the raft and picked out in the water how many sharks are, and luckily it was just one. At this point, I decided to leave Bruce alone. The island was done and decided to move on by day 22. Nothing new but to collect debris like many other days until a new island comes by. Day 23rd. I prepared the shark bait for Bruce so I can go to the island far away while having the diving equipment on me, plus some food, water, and my tools. If you're attempting to do this on high difficulty, then think again before doing so, because it will require you enough food so you can sustain just enough time. And basically, you have to swim back if you are far away. I was able to reach the island without any issues and start doing the business. At some point I decided to have a little fun while drowning a little bit, but took a tiny bit of damage because I was a bit bored. To actually make you thinking the character that is about to drown, if you resurface for a bit of a second as you start drowning, if you quickly resurface, you just notice that the character might drown but you may not take damage. Nah, it didn't. Okay, let's try again. Why I'm doing this? Why I like doing this? Oh, I'm thirsty. I only want to choose. So I'm not letting you die. Keep that in mind. I'll keep you alive. Well, I think I'm done here. But I can't think I... Yeah, I'm done. I have to get to the other island. I'm so far away. Good, Tala. Look at you freaking... Let's just move all the way. There's a... I'm guessing this may be enough distance from this. I can't... Okay, I'm going this way. So I can't ever see my raft. By going so far away, I was a little bit lost, but I decided to go to the other island not that far away. Okay, here we go. Why am I doing this? Jesus. Let's be aware. This is very dangerous. Okay, I'm getting there. That bubbly moment where you can't hold your breath anymore for a lot. Holy. This I made myself alive. That was risky. Not making my backdrop will be a problem. Without too much of a worry, I made it back to the raft safely and survive the little bit of a stress of being lost. You're just gonna have to be aware of your surroundings, where you're going, because it is easy to get lost if you don't know where you are. So
I thought the Horde was about honor. It's my second chance. Okay.
stopped nearby a big island. I was adding more foundations to make it in the shape of a train. My idea is to transform my raft into a train of hope. The amount of scrap and planks is so demanding that I will have to chop a lot of trees and do a lot of dives to get as much scrap as I need. I watched the blueprint of how it was done from the Asian one locomotive video and chose that blueprint to build it in this world. I found nearby a few plastic and planks that I can use for building. But because I was so close to the island, Screecher observed this and was not happy. There's a glitch that you can walk underwater only in the third person, and if Alt is zoomed out at max, you will go fairly deep without having to swim. This is useful in shallow water only because you can avoid bruise detection. On day 26, I was hanging out with Faithy and gave her a hug. You are so cute, I wanna hug you. Come on here, Faithy. Let me give you a hug. You are so precious. Oh. I renovate a bit my raft because it looks different than it's supposed to look. While the creature was trying to stop me, I had enough of it and started to invade its territory and put an end to it. You keep doing this every time you want, but I had enough of you bud already. I'm going to kill you soon enough. I wandered around carefully to find warhogs that are very deadly. I also search for more dirt for future animals because I will, when I'll capture a new animal, just to have food prepared for him, and so on. The inventory full problem is getting a real big issue, and it forces me to get back to the raft. So after that, I went back so I could free up my space. Unfortunately, there were no rare animals in this island, and of course, the warhog was not around there where I was moving, so I was pretty much safe. Alright, so I was prepared for diving part again. But this time I focused a lot more in scraps and less a bit in seaweed and metal, because scrap was probably my most important than any other. One of the chests that I opened, it was a really good one because it granted me a scrap hook. One of those chances to get a scrap hook is just low. For example, instead of scrap hook, you can get a metal spear, scrap hook, or a metal axe. And those are rare. Sometimes you can get more if lucky. Not so far away after the big island, I spotted a small island so I can get more scrap. Bruce was close, but he also saw me on what I was doing and decided to attack. Oh boy, the damage! Oh. My raft started to look like a ship, but soon it would be different. After organizing, I moved some items so I can make it more tidy. I also added a new anchor by doing the rock glitch because I was using it most of the time, throwable anchor version. Very little thing happened on day 31 because I stopped at the small island, but it was a different one. But decided not to record the part where it repeats again. Come on, pick it up already. This creature goes to me. One fight with this creature almost ended up my life on around day 32. I tried to pretty much act like a minigun, but this creature scared me when I got hit. I pushed on without warning too much of my health because it's death if I just get hit one more time.
Holy.
It was just a close call, but I didn't surrender. I was just playing a little more protective if I got hit. That llama was waiting for me. I can't predict how cool it looks like, but I really got lucky here of not dying. The fact that I was very injured, I had to just fall back while I was fighting the war dog to some sort of a water. Because if I was hit at this point, I probably would have died and lost the world and not accomplishing the 100 days or nightmare. Not without a fight, Warhog. Don't just go away while I was gonna taunt on you. Get over here and get hunted. But also found another rare in my first llama. It was a rare 2 type. And finally, I can start working on my backpack and the leather armor set. But it takes a lot of wool to actually make it. I am so lucky, I can't believe it. I found you. You look like a zebra almost. I named her Hopia, something like hope, what it refers to. But besides of that, I had to make a shear so I can take away the wool before I make my backpack and the ladder set that I will plan to make it. By day 34, I paddled all the way to the other big island to search some more animals. Sadly, What I found was an ordinary clucker, so I skip it. One fight with a warthog almost got me wiped because I was one hit away from losing the world, and found a cover where he can get me and managed to finish him. You could have killed me, you fool. I thought I was lost. As my raft was close to where I was, the seagulls were flying close to me, and I decided to hunt them down. After 2 days of sailing, I stopped by a tall island. In another fight with this creature, she hurt me badly, but still kept going. With the ladder that I have farmed early, I was able to craft my armor and the backpack was wishing for. I tested the armor to see how much damage I can get now. The result was a lot different. I used it with almost 40 HP. As I parked my raft far away enough from the reefs, I could dive in to continue to get scrap from now. Seaweed and metal ingots were less of a thing at this point. I listened to Tala's drowns, but what I enjoyed the most is her scream echoing. I know, really. Day 40, before taking a journey for more than 3 days to revisit the big islands, I watched the sunlight coming in front of me. On day 43, I revisited my favorite big island that has deep reefs around and where I got my first red llama earlier. However, instead of searching for warthog, this creature was attacking first, quickly thinking of not going too far so I can encounter it back. The fight was going easy as usual without taking any damage. During days 43 to 45, I worked on cleaning the island on high demand of planks and scraps while taking away unnecessary items. On day 45, I left that island, sailing to the next one. At night, around day 46, I anchored the raft so I could explore the other big island. And the same thing I did again. However, I discovered a rare llama and was a rare type 1, looked like a desert llama. I tried to show up here a little trick here, but I got hurt. So sometimes it may not come as planned. What are you, Screecher? You stay like a baby. A day later, I did the roof on the locomotive and some room to have a better cover. My raft was no longer a ship, it was about to become a train but without wagons. During days 47 up to 48, I was continuously grinding planks and scrap. On day 49, I started the first landing when I fought the first creature. By day 50, which is my half of the goal of 100 days, I decided to watch my raft looking like a locomotive far away, but it was unpainted. God, what happened with your neck? Jesus, Screecher, you look so cursed. I was thinking twice before jumping into the water from the high ground. On Nightmare, the damage by falling is realistic, so you can take a small fall and take a good amount of damage. I rarely have hunted puffers because I hunted earlier quite a lot when it comes to explosive powder. So you actually want you to die because you just keep swimming by the surface and then you beg to get killed. This is so pathetic. You never get myself bored, Tala. I haven't fed you for a while, don't worry. Come on, it's just a small dive. Tala. Day 51. The deserted raft was in my way and I had to anchor down. Also, I was going to claim the crate while waiting to be sunk and rushed back to the raft whilst escaping Bruce. Okay, anytime now. I just don't want yet to be spotted by Bruce. I just want to stay a little safer. No, get back! Stay away from me! Surprisingly, on day 52, I spotted my most favorite rare of all time, the pink clucker. While I was extremely lucky and happy, I was in urge to take a screenshot of my first clucker. Come on over here. Oh, you pretty, oh, pretty. Slowly, I will get them near a healing south so I can heal when I will get hurt by anyone. I can't hesitate to take a screenshot with you. Ah, so pretty. Alright, buddy. Let's bring you to the raft. Ah, look at you. You look like a flamingo. What is for me? It took me more than 6 months to actually search for it. Sometimes it's so rare, it's so difficult to find it. If you're also unlucky. I named the clucker to Goddessa, referring to the goddess, and have her crow prepared. You're an animal of luck. Praise be with you. Why are you looking like that to the clock? Between day 53 and 54, I teased Bruce while drowning off just for a short time. Can't catch me! La 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 la. La 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 la. Around day 55, I focused more on plastic because I wanted to expand my raft furthermore. Sometimes it is repetitive, and at some point I just rather find something to make myself a little entertained, like going backwards and anything. Morning of days 56, I made a tiny test with the Goddessa if it falls in the water or not. Alright, Goddessa. Alright, so you have one thing to do. Walk as usual. And I just wanna see what you're doing, if you're just gonna either fall or not. And somehow, she seems to follow the foundation instead. Okay, so I think no one can fall from now on. After the test, I brought her back to her crop. While I was sailing forward, another raft was spotted nearby and managed to get to the chest, but this time I was hiding from Bruce while sinking. This isn't good. Bruce, get away from me. You know what? I'm out of here. Thank God I'm alive. Phew. A day later, I started to renovate the raft by adding a few rooms plus windows. I also moved my livestock to a small room where the rainwater can water the crops from day 51 to 61, and then continued my journey. From day 62 to 63, I was killing more bad animals whilst getting planks, scrap and metal, while on day 64, I left the island and going to the next one. At noon on day 65, while fighting this creature, hit me, but I wasn't worried as much anymore. What I was disappointed was that this island had only goats, and none of them were rare. Already made me sleepy, buddy. I just woke up. I'm still yawning like crazy. God! If nothing fully good. Because the damage is so real. I already just close to spawn. Bruce, don't bother me, right? Oh no. What the drop? I have to take my bottle with me. By a small island on day 66, my raft was entirely a locomotive except without wheels, which will be engines later. My inventory was getting full, which would force me to continue building. the train. Don't worry. Oh, everyone is not happy. Come on, Clucky. Clucky. Man, but oh, you're pretty in a hunger mode. Can't I put it in a? Can I? Okay, get back where you are. On day 68, I was expanding my raft a little more while Bruce interfering. No, 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 no. Hey, hey, get away from me. Duh, you made me angry, Bruce. You're going to regret this. You won't get away with this. I decided to fight, but the puffer was nearby, so I had to keep some distance away. Oh, puffer is here. Oh, okay, now what? I gave you a fair warning. Stay away. I was continuing my work and then quickly ran out of plastic, forcing me to pause the creation. I also used some of my metal supplies and had to smell some more so I can have it prepared. I've looked for some more plastic around the water while Bruce was chasing me and finished him off without wanting to dodge him. I arrived back to the raft safely, and with the plastic that I found wasn't enough to finish what I was doing. By the sunlight on day 69, I quickly realized it was two sharks after slaying one. Before I was going deeper, my priority was to kill them both and the pufferfish. I catch my breath when it was needed. As soon as I loot their body, with rush I went in the water to collect metal and scrap. Gonna have to quickly get moving before they respawn. I must press on. Around day 70, the fight with Warhawk almost went wrong. When I was so low, I quickly jumped into the water, but the risk was also if Brute was nearby, that could have been the end of me. I was so scared that I had to stop for a brief moment to relieve myself because I couldn't focus the normal way. It nearly cost my world. It nearly cost my world. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. I need to calm down for a bit. While I was investigating what animal was waiting for me at the top, the answer was a rare type 2 goat, one of my favorite rares. You! Get over here, I wanna see you. This world is blessed in pure luck. My sanity is insane. I went back to pick up the launcher and preparing the net canister so I can capture it and bring it home. I know you're up there, so I'm here to capture you. It's not your best place to stay. Oh, you are cool. The room wasn't big enough for more groups, but later I will make them a perfect place to stay. Before leaving, at some point, the rat was in the opposite way of the wind and have to sail into an island so you can rotate the way I want so I can collect more efficiently the breeze. Sometimes if the floating rat is in your way, it can be annoying. This time, Bruce did not follow me while I was sinking. On the 75th day, seeds from trees were more important because in the future I will make a farm to get fruits. The same with animal crops as well. After for some traveling, I stopped to my favorite reef in one of the big islands and managed to get down so I can claim the crates. I had 2 days of sailing after clearing the big island. Around day 80 in the evening, I reached the Yorawan and resumed constructing the last floor on the second wagon. Between days 81 to 83, after freeing some inventory space by using lots of planks, I went around the island to gain even more as well as leather for later use if I have to replace my armor. What troubles you? During diving, metal was no longer a must, but scrap was very demanding. Plus, I also decided to get some more clay so I can make healing salves just to prepare for an incoming attack. The water was too shallow, so I have a little trick here. If you use the third person around and look up, you'll eventually be in the water, letting you get the materials you couldn't get it by normal means. On day 84, while I paused my raft from sailing, I was going to get the planks and barrels by swimming that I couldn't catch with a hook, with a little risk, and then continue with my voyage. Around day 85, while this creature was attacking being too close to the island, I waited long enough before proceeding. At this point I was forming white and later black flower petals, so I can turn them into paintings. You can't even get me there, Screecher. What are you doing with that rock? A close fight with a warthog in the sunlight on day 86 whilst collecting planks. I sometimes become try-harder style when trying to aim quite far away that I can, but most of the time the shot is missed. A day later, clearing the big island, I stopped at the small one while watching my clucker ready up the egg. I was also using that time the Steam Deck connected to my desktop because you will see the smooth rotation. I tested out earlier on this game and still it is playable, but you have to play around with the controller settings so you can best of it. Okay, back to the topic. From day 89, with a hefty amount of planks and scrap, I resumed building the walls from the second wagon and adding up windows as well. Instead of using a wall with a window, I designed my own with horizontal pillars, which were costly on scrap. On day 92, I started to add a ceiling, and that burned quickly the planks. But it was easy to fall off, which is a little bit of annoyance. Placing the horizontal pillar incorrectly can be hurtful if building something. After building for a good amount of time, I quickly ran out of planks and come across the island where I got my first rare. To anyone wondering why I haven't started the story, was because I was focused on building my raft before doing so. You do you. I cleared the island as fast as I could. After some traveling during day 95, scrap and planks were now the important materials. And then I continued my journey whilst catching planks only, while having a little bit of plastic so I can replace the hook if it's getting destroyed. In the morning on day 96, before fighting the screecher, I took cover while looking at my character. What does this look? While I was fighting this warhog, the creature struck first and had to retreat, but I was also in peril because the hog could have rammed into me and gotten killed just before 100 days. But I got mercy that I was about to accept death, but it did not happen. This could be the end of me. Oh, please don't. Oh, thank God. I could have died here. Man. As soon as I got healed a bit, I finished the warhog and then fought the creature that was about to kill me. So long, creature. Get away from me. Tala, you don't be afraid too much of this thing. You got to keep fighting. While enjoying diving on day 97, I also have learned how to swim silently. You can do that too by holding and releasing for a bit the forward key. It will a bit affect your speed, but you can hear pufferfish noise. There's a buffer around here. Why do we need to breathe? Were you taking my manners? I know my judge, my breath. Oh my purple. Oh yeah. The other pufferfish nearly exploded me while doing the assassin style. You freaking stop sneaking around like this. Spuddy, because you never like me. Get off. I'm freezing. Look at this. Get you. Let's go. It makes me take you with. Sweetie. Praise be with you. I carried on with building the upper floor while on the next day I started to work on the roof, but the planks weren't enough. After a long trip while collecting planks, I also needed to get more white flour because this is going to cost a lot of paint if I want to paint the entire raft. At night, I challenged myself to go far away without being spotted by Bruce, and by day 100 successfully reached the further island to replenish some of the scrap and planks, and then making my way back to the raft while resist drowning. I hope Bruce does not see me, because that would not be good. Bruce was in front of me and dodged his attack without being bitten. Breathe, breathe. You struggle enough in the water. Now, onto the mode that I use if you're about to ask me what I used during my playthrough, and here is the following. The old breath meter. The mode created by Tank brings the OG version of the breath meter before the final chapter was launched, replacing the old one with the new design. Health bar. A mode that shows not only enemies' health, but yours as well. But the opposite is that the green is the damage, while the red is how much health you have currently. Extra Settings API, a utility mode that is required by a lot of the modes. For example, with the health bar, you will need the add mode, the Extra Setting API, so you can keep the settings because you don't want to reapply the settings after quitting when you realize you don't have that mode installed, wasting you a little bit of time. Health Setter, a mode that can change your health, hunger, thirst, and even the breath. In my case, I used to empty my breath if I wanted a little bit of drowning when I desire. And the thing is, if you use it outside of the water, it won't be a thing because you recover from it. And last but not least, the nightmare difficulty. I mentioned about this one at the beginning, that it modifies the enemy's damage, but nothing only, but if you have armor, you just reduce the amount of damage by a bit. But keep in mind that pufferfish are very deadly in this mode, so you don't want to either touch the acid part on the pufferfish once it exploded, because it's actually a one kill if you don't have a piece of armor. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next adventure on the nightmare difficulty without dying ever once.